Hello and welcome to Crawfordsville High School Sports on the Web. We thank you for joining us. I'm Brian Beam. I'm here with my partner, Deontay Peak. And we are here at Crawfordsville High School to watch a girls basketball matchup against Danville today. So, Deontay, pleased to have you here.
It's good to be here.
Pretty exciting time to see some good basketball being played. And what do you think some of the keys to this game will be for the Athenians?
Well, I think, you have a young team here, two freshmen starting at guard. I think you can limit the turnovers. That's something they face a lot in the last couple games. But I think if you, play hard and just play consistent, I think they can pull out the W.
Definitely. And you mentioned starting two freshmen, so maybe a little bit of inexperience, but we're getting part of the way through the season now, so maybe we'll see some of that experience playing through here in the middle of the season. So you mentioned we are playing young. We're missing our only senior, Paige Shurin. She is out of town, is what I heard, so that'll definitely be another obstacle that the Athenians will have to overcome, missing that leadership and missing her on the floor. So just getting ready to tip off, and it'll be Jasmine Hall, number 42, tipping it off for the Athenians, and number 23 for the Warriors. That is Malaya Motter. So, and Hall will get the tips, but she will tip it directly to the Danville defenders, and Hall will hustle for the ball. She'll try to pass it to Walbert, but the ball will be thrown away, and looks like it's going to be Danville ball, so a little bit of a sloppy possession there to start the game.
Yeah.
So as both teams set up, Crawfordsville in white, Danville in red. They begin their inbounds play. Pass it in and swing it around to the other side. Lots of ball movement here early for Danville, and there's a three for number 10, Lexi Riggles.
For Danville by number 10.
Danville on the board early, 3-0. And they're going to get a steal here. Fast break opportunity, and that'll be a travel on number 23, Malaya Motter. So two quick turnovers for both teams here. Malaya Motter. So a couple quick turnovers there. Deontay, as you mentioned, the turnovers can play a big part in this game. And there's another turnover by the Athenians. That one on Fabiola Castro.
Crawfordsville High School website. It's Crawfordsville Athletics YouTube channel.
So Danville will get a chance to slow it up here. They'll bring it up court and pass it over to number 5, Jenna Cowart, and she's swinging it back around. Still lots of ball movement by Danville here.
Yeah, I see that.
And number 33, Hannah Newby.
Another
three, and that'll be good.
Newby.
And on the inbounds play, there will be a foul called. We'll see which way that one goes. And there will be a foul. Lexi Riggles, a quick reach-in foul there on the inbounds play. So full court press here by Danville early in the game, up 6-0. Jasmine Hall gets the ball. She passes it over to Castro. Castro driving. She's getting double teamed, and she feels the pressure. Turns the ball over once again. And there's an easy fast break layup by Jenna Cowart.
And that's something right there that can just really hurt, having all those turnovers, especially, when you're down 8-0. But
yeah, it almost seems like they're panicking.
Yeah.
When they get up there, the Danville press is getting to be too much for them. So Jasmine Hall does a good job of driving to the basket here, breaking the press. She draws a foul, so she'll get a chance to put Crawfordsville on the board. Hall with the shot, and leaves that one short. Might have gotten a little bit of net, but didn't get any rim on that one. So she'll try to shoot the second one. And the second one is also So rebound Danville. They'll move it up the court pretty quickly. And they'll post up. And Jasmine Hall with good defense and then grabs the rebound. So good job of using her size and using some physicality there. Crawfordsville brings it up the court. Fabiola Castro goes in, drives in, and she'll throw it up against a double team and get blocked.
Yeah, it's something you really shouldn't do. I mean, especially when you're contested with two defenders on you.
Castro is outmatched by both defenders there, and that's not a good problem to have. So,
yeah.
As Danville makes it down the floor again, once again scores, and Crawfordsville throws it away on the inbounds play. And number 33, Hannah Newby with the ball. She'll throw up a three, and that one is good as well. So timeout Crawfordsville. Tony Thomas wants a chance to talk to his team after Danville starts out on a 13-0 run.
Yeah, and I think this timeout here can be very beneficial for the Athenians. Try to get some points up on the board. Obviously, like we said earlier, they're inexperienced young team. I know that can be very frustrating sometimes, but sometimes you just got to play with what you got. I mean,
definitely. So, what do you think Tony Thomas is saying to his players right now?
I think he's probably telling them that, don't panic when they go full court press on you. Obviously, that's something that Danville's done the last couple times here. Get the ball, call for the ball, make good shots. Don't settle for the contested shots, It's
possibly a good scouting report by Danville. They see that Crawfordsville is struggling with turning the ball over, so they're putting the pressure on them early, and Danville will keep up the pressure here. They keep the full court press. As Crawfordsville tries to inbound it, they will get the ball in, and moving the ball pretty well here. Jasmine Hall with the ball. She passes it over to 24, Mia Stadler. Back over to number 32, Laskowski. And the ball is out, but creeps right over the rim and falls out. So Jasmine Hall with the rebound, fights for it, and she'll throw it away. So fast break for the Warriors, and that's an easy layup by
basket for Danville by Mater, number 23.
They inbound the ball to Castro to Hall, and they're swinging the ball around. And that's Laskowski. Get some points on the board for the Athenians.
Yeah, and that was
nice
good.
Jumper.
That was a good possession there. You're able to get the ball to your guard, and she's able to make a basket.
Yeah, they did a better job of moving the ball there and getting an open look instead of forcing a shot. So, good defense by Crawfordsville, forces another miss, and we'll see if they can get on the board once again. So, ball is on the floor, and Crawfordsville lost it at first, but then number 24, Stadler, actually fought back for it, and she's able to get it over to Castro. Lots of defensive pressure here by Danville. Castro to Laskowski. And she will dribble, picks up her dribble, not the best idea there, and that'll be a kick ball violation on Danville, so it'll be Crawfordsville ball again, out of bounds. So a 15-2 start here for the Warriors. We'll see if Crawfordsville can bounce back. And there's just a careless turnover there. Castro with the ball and passes it back to Laskowski. Laskowski wasn't looking, and it goes right through her hands. Didn't even know it was there until it was already past her.
You gotta make sure you pay attention to that. Stuff like that happens all the time.
So Crawfordsville's defense doing a great job of keeping up the pressure. There's a shot by Danville. Three-pointer, no good. Number 40, Total will
take a three-pointer by number 33.
There's another three-pointer by number 33, Newby. And a reach-in foul on the Warriors will keep the ball with the Athenians.
Foul is on Danville's 10, Regals.
So 18-2 start here for the Warriors. They're keeping up the defensive pressure here, full court press.
Utley, number 22.
It's already the second foul on Regals, so she will have to take a seat on the bench. And the ball will be poked away again by the Warriors, but as they're trying to work in transition, Hall bats the ball out of the air, and it's Athenians' ball again.
Another turnover.
Laskowski getting a little careless with those passes there.
Rolling it over the bench for Danville for number 5, Howard. So Walbert dribbling.
She passes it over to Francis. Francis back to Walbert. Walbert will try the jumper, and that'll be no good. So Danville with the fast break here. Walbert goes down, almost a frustration foul there. And she fouls number 23, Mater, pretty hard. She will go to the line for 2.
22, Walbert.
So I think a key here for Crawfordsville is to not get frustrated, just kind of work through it, try and get some better shots, come up with good defensive possessions.
Yeah, it's all about keeping your composure.
It's number 23.
Start to chip away at this
Mater
lead as
shooting free throws for
Mater
Danville.
hits the first free throw, so it's 21-2 now. Warrior lead. Mater with the second free throw, that is good as well. So there's a timeout Danville. So with 3:19 left in the first quarter, it's Danville 22, Crawfordsville 2. Well, Deontay, it doesn't look like that early timeout did much for the Athenians.
Looked like it didn't do much of all.
So the Athenians turning the ball over a lot so far, and I think the biggest key, as we said before, is just to stop panicking. I think the defensive pressure by Danville is getting to be a little much for the Crawfordsville point guards, and Crawfordsville is a small team anyway, so they're having a little bit of trouble seeing their teammates to pass to them.
It looks like the Danville likes that full court pressed here.
Yep, and they will grab the ball on the inbounds, miss the layup, and miss another short ball, and Hall will come away with the rebound. So Francis bringing it up court, passes it over to Stadler. Stadler dribbling, not a lot of pressure on her. Castro, ball's passed to her, she kind of bats it away. So corral it, Stadler will go up for the jumper and miss. Castro with the rebound, and she will bring it back up to set up the offense once again. So Castro driving, she'll go with the little jumper and miss that, but Hall will come away with the rebound and go up. She draws contact, and she will shoot 2. So despite the lopsided score, Danville actually quite a few fouls so far. They're already up to 4 fouls in the game. Hall's first shot is up.
Number 42 for Crawfordsville, Hall, shooting the free throws.
Second shot is up and off the front of the rim. So Hall 1 for 4 so far in free throws. It's one thing that you'd like to see get a little better. So Danville moving the ball pretty well. Lots of pressure by Crawfordsville.
I like the defense that's played here.
Danville moving the ball over, and there's a long shot. I think the toe might have been on the line, so it would have only been a 2, but that ball rims out. So Castro bringing the ball up court. She picks up her dribble, and that's a silly mistake as she throws it right into the hands of
Number 33, Newby.
and she'll get the easy fast break layup. So Castro bringing it up court again. Passes it over to Stadler. Stadler passes it to Walbert. Walbert tries for the lob pass over the top to Hall. That ball gets batted away and it ends up in Castro's hands, and looks like Newby hit it out of bounds out of Castro's hands. So Castro inbounds the ball to Francis. Francis picks up her dribble and passes it to Castro. And Castro attempts to pass to Walbert, but it is intercepted. Long skip pass by Danville here, and that's going to go straight over to Newby, and she hits another 3.
Yeah, I think you got to get a hand in that face. Obviously, Crawfordsville's playing sagged off defense there on that last possession that Danville just had.
You got to keep the pressure on to prevent those skip passes, because a lot of times some people won't see the ball on those skip passes, and then you get mismatches. So the ball, I'm not sure if that was a blocked shot or an attempted pass, but nonetheless it's taken away by Danville, and they'll set up their offense. Newby passes it over to number 22, Utley. Utley with another skip pass to Newby. Newby back into Mater. And ball goes up and it is no good. They pass it back out and try for the three. The three is no good, but they still get the ball. Pass the ball into number 23, Motto, and she gets the layup.
Number 23.
Very good ball movement by Danville there. Not great boxing out by the Athenians. So Walbert with the ball now after the ball is deflected into her hands.
How much time?
The ball is batted away from Stadler, but she keeps
She's got to get out of her hands.
Time expires. The referee signals no shot. So at the end of the first quarter, Crawfordsville trails Danville 29-3. So not the start that you wanted by any means. But at this point, I think you've just got to keep chipping away at that lead, try and stay up and at least make it a competitive game. Got to wonder what Coach Tony Thomas is saying to his players at this point.
Yeah, I think the mindset that the Athenians have to have is, you're down by.
Probably over.
Yeah, you're down by 26 points, but you just got to keep playing. Like you said, keep chipping away at the league.
Yeah, but as we have a little bit of a negative score here, lopsided score. If you're a Wabash fan, then you've got good news, and it's with less than a minute to go. Wabash football just tied it up. They're in the second round of the Division III playoffs right now, so it's looking like they might go to overtime here. So they trailed most of the game. It's getting close to the end of the game here, so we'll keep you updated on that score as we find out more from it, and we'll also get you more scores from around the country in different sports, as today's a big day. This is a busy time in sports.
Yes, it is.
So Crawfordsville will get the ball to start the second quarter. Hall will get the ball, pass it into Stadler. Stadler goes up, and it looks like there might have been a hand on that ball. But they're going to say it's tipped. Crawfordsville offense was fooled by that. They actually were already running back for defense, but they'll get the ball back. And there's an attempted lob pass to Hall. It's intercepted, and Danville with another fast break. There's going to be a foul by Stadler on that fast break.
And those turnovers hurt. They really do.
Lots and lots of turnovers here by the Athenians, and it's not necessarily just giving the ball away when they're dribbling or anything like that. It's just a lot of silly passes, lots of unforced errors. But
Number
first
33,
shot is up by 33 and good, Newbie.
shooting the free throws.
Points are racking up in this game. I don't have an official total, but we'll try to get that to you at halftime. And the second shot is up and good, so 31-3 Danville here with just under 8 minutes to go in the second quarter. Skasky will dribble the ball up, and she'll dribble right into a defender. Passes it over to Castro. Castro to Stadler. Back to Castro, and Castro can't handle the ball. A little bit too high of a pass there by Stadler, and ball's knocked away, so it's Danville ball. Another turnover there by the Athenians, but just got to hope they can learn from that early in the game and make improvements throughout the game. So we have an update from the Old Oaken Bucket game, the Purdue versus IU football game. Played at Rawson's Stadium in West Lafayette. Indiana leads 38-21 with 1 minute and 17 seconds to go in the third quarter. As I just saw, Danville hits another three. So ball's into Hall. Hall goes up for the shot, and that's a body foul on Danville's number 42, Collier.
Foul is on Danville's 42, Collier. Number 42 falls at the free throw line for the
Hall
Athenians.
goes up to the free throw line for the third time today. Her first shot is up and rattles out. So you got to hope that the Athenians can work on their free throws can improve throughout this game and even into the rest of the season. Hall attempts to shoot her second free throw. And that one is no good as well. So 1 for 6 to start the game for Hall from free throw.
Yeah, it's something you really don't want to happen, shooting free throws.
Hall has a lot of potential there. She's still very young.
Yeah.
Very good physique to play down low. She does a great job of drawing those fouls, but you got to hope that as she gets older, she can learn to finish through those fouls and even hit those free throws, because if you can consistently get to the line, then that's going to prove to be lethal when you're playing in closer games than this one. So Walbert with the ball. She'll try and shoot up a jumper. Looks like there might have been a little bit of contact on that, but no call, so no good. Danville ball, and Hall is going to be called for the foul there. She had both arms up, and then she brought one of them down to block the shot, and she was called for that one.
Fouls on Crawfordsville's 42, Hall.
So it's
number
23
Mater at the
to
free
the
throw
line
line for
shooting
the
two
Warriors.
for the Warriors. First one is up and no good. I believe that may have been the first free throw miss for the Warriors in this game. The second shot is up, and she hits the second one. So Danville pulls off the press here in the second quarter and gives the Athenians a little room to breathe. Still keeping pretty tight defense in the half court, though. Castro throws up a three. That one's short. Hall with the rebound. She passes it to Wiskowski, and Wiskowski with a nice little jumper.
Yeah, it looked pretty good there.
Quite a bit shorter than her defender, but she does a good job of elevating and getting that ball up. So there's going to be a turnover by Danville there. The ball is knocked away out of bounds, so Crawfordsville will get the ball back. Scores 35-5, Danville. Wiskowski will bring it up court over to Hall. Hall to Walbert. Walbert will dribble and go up for the shot. You know, Walbert's gone up for that shot a couple times now, and
yeah, it seems like it's just not going to happen.
it's not working in that case anyway. You'd like to see her. She's drawing a couple defenders over there, so there's got to be someone open. Maybe try a swing pass from somewhere in that, or kick it back out, but just can't throw up silly shots like that. That's how you're going to fall behind even more. So Danville with the ball inside, and there's a foul. Looks like it's going to be on Walbert.
Fouls on Crawfordsville's 22, Walbert.
So that's Walbert's second.
Number
for
40,
the game.
Crowell at the free throw line.
Crodel at the free throw line, shooting two. The first one rims out for her. So it seemed like it might have been another frustration foul there by Walbert. As the second free throw is no good. Hall gets the rebound. It's knocked away by the Danville defender. Ball is on the ground. Bodies flying everywhere. And there's going to be a jump ball. Just a good hustle play by both teams there, fighting for the ball on the floor. But the possession arrow favors Danville, so they will keep the ball on their end. So they inbound the ball to number 42. That's Collier.
Yeah, you got to do a better job of, getting the hand up. As we talked about earlier, Danville's hitting these outside perimeter shots really good. Crawfordsville does have a little bit of as we saw in the first quarter, they had a little bit of a defense to kind of defend some of those shots, forcing them to shoot the threes, but
yeah, they do. So Danville with the ball back, and Crawfordsville knocks the ball away, and it's going to be a foul, and will be in Crawfordsville's favor. So we just received word that Wabash is heading to overtime. So here, as they were down for most of the game, they fought back and tied it, and they're headed to overtime. So keep an eye on that score, and we'll keep you updated here. Very exciting game over there at Little Giant Stadium. So back to the action. Wiskowski bringing the ball up, passes it over to Stadler. And She misses that shot. Ball's knocked away and ends up in the hands of Laskowski, and she'll throw it up and can't quite get it there. Lots of pressure and just can't get the muscle to get it up.
Yeah,
It didn't look like it was blocked. Didn't look like she was fouled, but
you got to be able to set it up. Works.
Kind of looks like she's panicking when she gets the ball. It's one of those things later in the season. We're a third of the way through the season right now. You'd hope she can just take a deep breath and relax when she gets the ball.
Yeah, and just be able to get used to it. Starting 7 games into the season. I think, usually after the first game, the first game comes in, you feel the first game jitters. Usually after the first game, you feel pretty confident, knowing that you know what you're doing. So,
Crawfordsville with the ball back after the made shot by Danville. Crawfordsville throws the ball away, but they will fight back for the ball. Bodies all over the floor, and there's another jump ball. Great hustle play by both teams yet again. Despite the lopsided game, both teams still playing very hard. And, you got to hope that for these younger players, after they've been playing more in the game, the game just kind of slows down for them. It looks like it's just still moving pretty fast-paced. And you've seen some improvements even through this game, so it's one of those things, just practicing and getting more experience out on the floor. So a fast break by Danville is swatted away and will stay in Danville's favor. As Hall and Castro will check back into the game for the Athenians. So inbounded the ball right by Hall's face. It didn't look like she quite saw the ball coming.
Yeah, you can't let that happen.
So that's Jasmine's job down low to keep that from happening, but can't blame it all on her. The rest of the defenders are just as guilty. So Crawfordsville gets the ball poked away again. So Danville with the shot. The three-pointer is no good, but they will get the rebound, bring it back up top, and set up their offense again. So a lot of second and third and even fourth chances here for Danville. Crawfordsville not doing a great job of rebounding. It looked like Hall might have gotten pushed a little bit, might have been a little bit of a selling job by Hall. Could have just been off balance when there was the contact, but no call.
And I feel like most of the teams that the Athenians play, with a team that, most of the girls on the team are, sized out 5'1" to 5'5". Obviously Jasmine being one of the taller players on the team, but I just feel like, they're getting, outweighed, just how other teams are just able to have second chance efforts when Crawfordsville's not getting rebounds and stuff because the size difference with different teams that they play.
Yeah, so Crawfordsville, it's definitely a team effort there on the defensive rebounds. Sorry, so Danville goes to the line, makes 1 of 2, so 42-5 here, Danville's lead. And props to Coach Motes. He's done a great job with some of these younger players like Jasmine Hall, getting their physique built up as Danville puts the ball away, gets a fast break. This is the first and gets another second chance. Makes the second layup. So Jasmine Hall, you can see she's definitely made improvements so far just in how physical she is on the floor. But again, she's only a sophomore, so there's still a lot of room to grow.
Yeah, and last year, she, they had her play JV, and she even played varsity. I thought she looked really good last year. But yeah, like you said, she will keep making improvements. She's only a sophomore, but she's still got 2 years to go to, improve herself to get better.
She's definitely someone that you can work on building an offense around. You can feed the ball into her, and I think one thing that we haven't mentioned so far is in these panicked turnovers and passes like this, you were really missing the presence of Paige Shuren. She's a senior. She's been playing basketball for as long as I can remember.
Yeah.
She's always been able to take care of the ball well and kind of just give the team confidence. So there's really, with it being such a young team, there's almost a lack of leadership here. And you can tell just something is missing about this team.
And I think, last year when Lacey Garrett was on this Lady Athenians team, when you had Paige Shuren here, I think Paige could have benefited a lot from Lacey, following her footsteps, leading this team as the only senior.
Yeah, definitely. I think Paige definitely benefited from having quite a few seniors last year and witnessing Lacey's leadership as the team leader last year and just kind of setting an example. So a little bit of a sloppy play there by both teams, throwing the ball back and forth. So we get under a minute to play here in the half. Danville with the ball, swinging it around, moving the ball well. That's one thing that they've done well throughout the game. So pump fake and passes it over to number 22, Utley. Passes it over to number 23, Motter. She'll throw up a shot, and it's no good. Hall with the rebound. And hands it over to Castro. So Castro will bring it up court here with 30 seconds left in the game.
I think it's good how they're slowing it down.
Definitely.
Not rushing to force passes and to make costly turnovers here.
Right, as you say that, pretty unforced error there by the Athenians. Francis tries for the pass and goes right into the Danville defender's hands, and it ends up with a jump ball, and the possession arrow favors the Warriors, so they will get the ball here with about 15 seconds to go in the half, so they'll swing it around to number 22, Utley. Utley will pass it down low, kicks it back out for a three. The three is no good. Hall with the rebound with 2 seconds left. And I don't know if she didn't know how much time was left or if she didn't think she could get it all that way, but didn't take a final shot. So we go into halftime. Crawfordsville trails 44-7. So I think you just hope that in this halftime in the locker room, keep the positivity and just so just use that positivity in the locker room and keep getting better throughout this game. Every minute of the game is a chance to get better. So as we're just about to go to break, we just received word Wabash wins. So they returned a fumble, 70 yards for the score, and they win 33-27. So they will move on to the third round of the NCAA Division III playoffs. So exciting win there for the Little Giants. Good come-from-behind win. They're a lot of fun to watch. They're undefeated this season. So as we go into the break, Crawfordsville trails the Warriors 44-7. So welcome back to Crawfordsville High School. I'm Brian Dean here with my partner Deontay Pete. We're here for the girls basketball game versus Danville. And so we're just getting ready to start the second half. Crawfordsville will inbound the ball. They come into the half trailing 44-7. So a lot of room for improvement, and hope that you can just use the rest of this time to improve for the rest of the season. Didn't show too much promise there in the first possession. Threw the ball right away to Danville. Danville still doing a great job of moving the ball. There's a shot that goes up by Mater. That's no good. The three's no good. So rebound Castro. Castro brings it up to the Athenians.
Yeah, I think the mindset for Crawfordsville is you got to keep playing.
You can't do that. As Crawfordsville just threw the ball right into Danville's hands, and on the fast break they called for the foul, and it looked like it might have been and one, but the referee called the foul on the floor, so Danville will get a chance to take the ball out of bounds now. Good defense by Crawfordsville there, forces the missed shot, and Castro with the rebound, passes it to Laskowski. Laskowski will bring it up the court this time. Passes it over to Stadler. Stadler gets the ball poked away, but that'll go out of bounds right into the scorer's table. So Crawfordsville will get a chance to inbound the ball here. Danville keeping up the defensive pressure as they did in the first half, and there's no reason for them not to. It's not like they're keeping up a full court press or anything. They're just trying to get better themselves as they... Looks like Castro just almost went up for a shot and just got taken away mid-shot. So Danville with the ball now, moving the ball well, swinging it around. That'll end up in number 10, Wriggle's hands. He passes it over to Newby. Newby inside to Mater. Mater with the pull-up, and that is no good.
I like the defense that was played there by the Athenians. They were pressuring the shooters, hoping they wouldn't go for a jump shot, something they've been doing all game, hitting three-pointers.
So there's a jump ball situation there. Favors the Warriors as Crawfordsville just got the ball to begin the half. Gotta hope that Crawfordsville can be a little more aggressive on that. Jasmine Hall kept the ball at her waist, and Danville grabbed onto the ball and didn't even look like she fought her away for it. She just kind of held on to it and accepted the fact that it was a jump ball. So got to keep up the aggressiveness throughout the game. So Hall with a great defense there, keeping her arms straight up, keeping from making the body foul. So
yeah, it was a good defensive possession there by Crawfordsville.
Turnaround there for Crawfordsville. Laskowski will drive it in and get the easy layup. Got to see more of that from Crawfordsville. So Riggles has the ball for Danville. Passes it over to Cowart. Cowart over to Mater. Back to Cowart. Crawfordsville defense sagging off quite a bit, and they'll bring it inside. Again, great defense by Hall and forces the miss. Ball thrown right away after the rebound, and ball ends right back up in Mater's hands, and she makes the layup.
Yeah, that was another good defensive possession there. Stop there. Obviously, the turnover wasn't what you want, but
Crawfordsville will get the ball back after the ball was batted out of bounds by the Warriors. 46-9 here with 5 minutes to go in the third quarter. Jasmine Hall goes up, draws the foul, doesn't get the finish on it, but she'll get a chance to shoot two.
This is a foul on 40 of Danville.
Improve her free throw shooting here in the second half.
At the free throw line for the Athenians.
As we said earlier, it's a valuable weapon to have if you can have someone that can consistently get to the free throw line and hit their shots. But she does hit her first free throw.
And again, you just got to keep playing.
This is her second.
Keep your composure.
So ball poked away. Wiskowski with the ball, driving in on the fast break, over to Castro. Castro goes up for the layup, and it's
Pass
good.
from Wiskowski to
Crawfordsville.
Casper results in a layup basket for
Down to
the
12
Athenians.
points for the game. We're going on a little run here, so timeout here by the Warriors.
Yeah, get that confidence going, come out of the half.
It's a 30-second time.
Maybe they could,
Danville.
bring this game close.
One thing that I noticed, I got to come over for the game this past Tuesday, and they didn't have a great first half, but I saw the score in the second half. Didn't really tell the tale of the game. It seemed like they really fought back into it.
Yeah, and I remember, the first game against Seeger, it was really close in the first quarter, and then it's kind of like Crawfordsville just fell apart.
Yeah.
But it was going back to the whole, they were being outsized by girls who were 6 foot and just, bigger than them.
Definitely. And I think that's a little bit of what you're seeing here with Danville. Danville doesn't have a lot of size as in one dominant player, but pretty much all of their players have decent size as they hit another three. That's number 33.
For the Warriors.
She's raking in the points at this point. She's got to be in double figures by now. Didn't get any stats during halftime, but just got to assume. So Castro goes up for the shot. The shot's blocked. It's up in the hands of Riggles for the Warriors. So Danville pushing the ball up. Good ball movement. Bringing the ball inside, and Paul with the fantastic block there. And they keep the ball alive. That's Malia Tomlinson that will keep the ball alive for the Athenians. And just a great defensive possession there for them.
Traveling.
And that's another unforced error by Crawfordsville. Wiskowski for the Athenians. Didn't have much defensive pressure and just kind of hesitated with a pass. Drove a pivot foot. So got to hope you can make that better.
And I like how Crawfordsville, they just keep playing. They're showing no signs of giving up, as you can see. Good defensive pressure, but just got to keep playing.
And I think Tony Thomas, the Crawfordsville head coach, definitely made it a point in the locker room to use this as a learning opportunity and keep playing hard in the second half to get better, because it's a long season and you're only a third of the way through. Every bit of practice helps.
It's number 12, Turner.
Number 12, Turner for the Warriors. Gets the basket for Danville there. So Wiskowski brings the ball up for the Athenians, picks up her dribble, passes it over to, that would be Stadler. Castro with the shot is no good. Rebound by the Warriors.
It's good defense played here. Forcing her to shoot the three.
Very good. Fast break by Crawfordsville. Able to corral the loose ball. That's just a bad pass by Castro there. Tried to skip it across two defenders and put it right into the hands of the Warriors. Seems like every shot is falling for Danville at this point. There's another jumper that falls for them. So Wiskowski brings the ball up again. Passes it over to Hall. Hall back to Wiskowski. She dribbles. Passes it over to Tomlinson. Tomlinson back to Wiskowski. Passes it over to Castro. Castro shoots it up and off the front of the rim. Tomlinson fought for the rebound but did not come away with it. And it's a fast break for the Warriors. Number 5, Cowart there. It would be called for the double dribble. So good break for the Athenians there after not a great job of getting back on defense, and they're bailed out by an unforced error like that. But got to see them hustling back. We're talking about them keeping their hustle up and keeping on playing hard, but that's a good example of when you just got to
absolutely,
pick it up. So Danville out the rebound after the missed shot by Crawfordsville. They've got the ball up top. Swing it over to number 12. And I do not have a number 12 on my roster.
Number 2, Muse.
I think it's Jenna Lucas.
Okay. So Laskowski has the ball, passes it over to Stadler. Stadler drives and goes up for the shot, and kind of a late call on the foul there. So Stadler will get a chance to shoot 2 free throws.
Foul on number 40,
His first
Danville.
trip to the line tonight.
Number 24, Stadler.
Stadler, the freshman here, getting the start for the Athenians. First shot is good. That's always a good start for a freshman to be able to hit free throws when they need to.
And thinking about the 2 freshmen, Laskowski, she's a great athlete, and she looks like she can play very aggressive. And then Stadler, I know very little about her, but I know she's been playing basketball for a while. She's a 2-sport athlete, so, but still got a lot of couple years to get developed and get better.
So Danville doing a great job of moving the ball as they have the entire game. So they'll pass it in to number 22, Utley. Utley goes up for the shot. That rims out. Hall down low, fights for the rebound, passes it over to Laskowski. So great hustle play by Hall there, just getting down there and being physical, fighting for that rebound. So Stadler with the ball now. She'll create room for herself, pass it over to Laskowski. Laskowski shoots up the 3. No good. Hall with the rebound. Hall puts it back up.
That was a good putback by Jasmine Hall.
Kind of expiring for the Warriors. They'll shoot up a last-second shot, but that is no good, just short. So as we head into the fourth quarter, Danville 55, Crawfordsville 15. So not a lot better than the first half there, but you can see some improvements here, and they're just looking to get better throughout this game. It's great to see them not give up their effort despite the score. So you can see Tony Thomas talking to his team down there, just kind of giving them encouragement at this point. Because it's a learning opportunity. And
yeah.
Even though it's part of the way through the season, I mean, even if you're a senior, you can always learn through games like this. So.
And for most of these underclass girls, even if this season doesn't turn out the best to their ability, there's still next year, and then there's years after that. But definitely, I think these girls will improve a lot over the off season and over the course of for next year.
So as we start the fourth quarter, Deontay, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to you for play-by-play for this quarter.
Alrighty. We got Laskowski dribbling down. Forced pass and slips through the hands of Stadler.
It looked like it was just another one of those unforced errors there. Just passed it right into the hands of the Danville defender and got knocked away out of bounds.
Number 22. Jasmine grabs she grabs the ball. So there's a foul.
And Laskowski was flying all over the court there. Looks like she got knocked around quite a bit. Crawfordsville is not in the bonus quite yet. Actually, there haven't been that many fouls this half. Only 3 for the Warriors and 1 for the Athenians. So I guess the referees are just letting them play a little more this half.
Yeah, Laskowski. Or the Walber takes a shot and no go for her. They get the rebound. Fabiola. Over to Hall. as Laskowski is looking to see who she can get the ball to. And
Laskowski's got to stop picking up her dribble up at the top of the key, because once she picks up her dribble, that just invites more pressure there for the Warriors. And once they get that more pressure, she has to force a pass like that. And more often than not, she's going to throw it away. So got to see a little improvement there throughout the games and throughout the season.
Wasson with the ball. That basket was made by Bailey Moose.
By number 2, Hughes. Into the game for Danville is number 1, Brandy Wasson.
Castro with the ball, looking to...
Castro picked up her dribble too. They've got to learn to keep their dribbles when they have pressure. It's almost like they can't dribble it while they're looking for someone to pass it to. But if you pick up your dribble, you're just inviting the defender to get up on you, because they know they can't get beat off the dribble at that point.
And also another thing, you got to have ball help. If someone's being trapped and be double teamed, you got to have someone to come around and be able to help you out.
For sure. I'm not sure if that was good defense by Hall or just a bad shot, but Crawfordsville didn't try to put it down that time either.
Stays with them and scores for Danville.
Laskowski dribbling down here. Drives in and loses the ball. Zoe Walbert with a deflection. I like how Crawfordsville keeps playing.
Yeah, definitely. They're playing hard now and fighting for those steals, and just despite the score, they're just fighting to get better throughout this game. They're using it as a learning experience.
Laskowski dribbles in and she gets the basket.
So that's the type of play that Laskowski is going to thrive in. She has an open lane. The defender down low is preoccupied by Hall, who is obviously a threat down low, so Laskowski can drive it right in. And then once that defender on Hall does come out to her, she can learn to pass it to Hall. Hall will have the open look. So
Laskowski gets another basket. And, it goes back to what you're saying. This is a learning opportunity for these Athenians. And you have a young team, and you got to figure out how you're going to get better as, weeks go by. As, like what changes can you make? And another turnover here.
Danville struggling to finish on the post-up shots there after the fast break.
Looks like Danville brings in a new 5.
It looks like
looking to clear the bench.
Got a couple subs in there, but they've still got quite a few starters in the game.
Laskowski with the ball. And
that was just a sloppy play by Paul and Laskowski there. Kind of a lazy pass, and then ball just went straight through her hands and went right off her forehead. Crawfordsville not doing a great job of hustling back at this point. They're worn down.
Their
transition defense is failing at this point, and they're lucky that Danville isn't capitalizing on that.
Laskowski with the ball. Pass to Hall.
That's a great job by Hall.
Yeah.
Number
post up. Get some good footwork in there.
Yeah, and that's something Hall's really good at. She's able to, with her size, and she's able to post up and get those jumpers in there.
And as she continues to develop physically, she's going to be able to get stronger and power through the fouls and eventually make those shots even when there is contact. And that's really when she's going to become a dangerous threat.
Yeah.
At that point, I mean, you have to almost double team her down low just to keep her from making those shots, and I think that's one thing we're missing here with Paige Shuren. Paige Shuren not only add something on the level of point guard, but she also is a fantastic three-point shooter.
Yes.
So when you have Shuren on the floor, it spreads the floor a little more, and it makes it so that the defense can't focus on one player so much. And I think right now, since we don't really have an outside shooter that can hit consistently, they're just kind of packing the inside, and because they know that it's going to come inside eventually. 63-21 here with 3 minutes and 45 seconds to go. So it's been a lopsided game from the start, but Crawfordsville, give them credit. They have been fighting throughout the game and never given up. So we remind you, we have another game tonight. The Crawfordsville boys basketball team will play tonight at 7 o'clock. We will be right back here, and they will be taking on Benton Central. So
that should be a good matchup there.
It should. It's a very positive team this year. We have a lot of talent. It's very deep, so pretty fun to watch. So if you can tune in, if you can make it out to the arena, because they would love to have your support in person.
As Castro was double teamed on that one, and she's able to get to the basket.
Number 14, Castro, getting a bucket for Crawfordsville.
It was
40,
Crota with that last shot for the Warriors.
Danville's head coach, Kaylee May, just cleared the bench for Danville and putting in all their subs here with just under 3 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. So good showing there by the Danville starters, but it's great to see the reserves get a chance to play, get some experience out there.
Stadler with the ball now. She dishes it to Laskowski. Castro. Past the Hall. And no, there's a traveling violation.
Travel there. I mean, there might have been a little contact, but
definitely looked like there was, but
whatever the referee says goes, and if it looks like a travel, it's going to be a travel. So, as we mentioned earlier, Wabash football won in overtime, and just looking at some of the scores from around that bracket, it's looking like they're going to be playing St. Thomas, which is a school up in Minnesota. They're about to win, so and since St. Thomas is the 1 seed, the game should be up there.
And then the last play was a jump ball in favor of Danville. Shot's no good by Watson as Laskowski handles the ball past to Walbert, and a turnover. Stadler popped the ball out hoping she can get something, but doesn't.
Crawfordsville getting bailed out big time by Danville, not capitalizing on those turnovers. So I'd like to see a point spread for
jump ball, and
I'd like to see a point spread for how many points Danville has scored off of Crawfordsville's turnovers as compared to how many opportunities they've had.
as Tomlinson can't get it to go as Jasmine makes an attempt to get it back in bounds, but just sails out.
So a few more college football scores. We have number 1 Clemson just barely edged out South Carolina. Looked like a close game there at the end. They won 37-32. And Ohio State pretty much blew out Michigan. Ohio State ranked 8th, Michigan ranked 10th, but the ranks didn't show in that game. It was 42-13 the final score, and IU looks like they're going to hold out on Purdue as they're up 51-36. With 5:49 to go in the game, the Old Oaken Bucket will return to IU this season. So back to action.
Walbert with the ball, dishes it to Tomlinson. Tomlinson in and out of her hands as there's a foul.
Danville foul, number 12,
Only the sixth foul of the half for both teams combined. So
Staller with the ball. She dishes it to Walbert, and Walbert's shot is no go. Danville. Oh. Walbert knocks the ball out and out of bounds as Danville will retain possession.
Not great body language there by Walbert after she knocked it out of bounds. Frustration is visibly showing there. But gotta hope that she can keep her composure better than that.
It's Watson gets the basket. And going back to whole body language, you know, you still got to keep your composure. That's all there is. I mean, there's really nothing much you can do, but just keep playing hard. As Hall gets shots in the no-go as Walbert misses the three. Statler with a tangle with the ball as the jump ball is in Danville's favor.
So pretty sloppy play by Crawfordsville. The original shot by Hall came off of a tipped pass by Crawfordsville, so it just happened to end up in her hands, and a couple of forced shots there that didn't necessarily need to be taken. Probably could have worked a little harder for an open shot.
Hall gets the rebound, pass it to Laskowski with time winding down here in the fourth quarter.
Got about 10 seconds left in the game here, so looks like Danville should hold on to win.
Number 22.
And Laskowski.
Right for the last second shot. So, final score here at Crawfordsville High School is Danville 67, Crawfordsville 23. Sorry, Danville 69, Crawfordsville 23. So, pretty disappointing game here for the Crawfordsville offense.
Our next Bills webcast will be North Montgomery, December 18th.
And the next webcast for Crawfordsville Lady Athenian basketball will be against North Montgomery on December 18th. So make sure you tune into that. So we're about to sign off, but just a reminder, there will be a game here at 7 o'clock tonight. The boys basketball team takes on Benton Central, so make sure you tune into that. Brian Beam alongside my partner Deontay Pete. Deontay, thank you for joining me today.
Yeah, it was an honor of being here.
All right, well, we will see you guys later. Thank you for joining us.
Trip back home to Danville. Crawfordsville fans, thank you for being here and supporting